Hey, Bobby Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report. Celtics winners again, 4 straight, 128-112 over the Pistons. Normally pesky. I gave the Celtics some fits midway through this game. I'm here with Josue Pavon. We're talking Jaylen Brown, who had, I thought, his best, maybe second best game of the season, breaking out of a couple games where the turnovers ramped up and he wasn't as involved in the offense. But Joe Mazzulla did a good job, I think, getting him some touches midway through this game, letting him run that bench unit. And even though they had some ups and downs, Sam Hauser pulled them out of it in some great ball movement right around halftime, and at the end of the game allowed Jaylen to finish with 30 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 11 and 19 shooting, and game high, plus 25. What did you see from Jaylen tonight?
Yeah, I think you nailed it right there. I think Joe Mazzulla did a really good job of just trying his best to make him feel comfortable throughout the stretches where it seemed like he was sort of out of sync, sort of out of the flow of the offense. Not in a bad way, but I think it's very important to keep him in the flow of the offense, obviously. I mean, when Jason Tatum went off in the third quarter, that was one thing. I mean, he really got going in a big way. And I don't think it's one of those things where Jaylen feels like he's not being used enough. I just think he could be a lot more useful offensively when he's with that second unit. Now, so far, it's been small sample size, but it seems like Jason Tatum is much more productive when he's with those guys. But Jaylen Brown, I think, definitely showed his own. I like the end of the third quarter where he hit, that shot to finish the quarter. Looked like Joe Mazzulla pulled him aside for a bit. Going into that fourth quarter, they went back and forth. I don't know if they were arguing, but to me, it was just a discussion, a review of something that they may have spoke about during the timeout. And I think Mazzulla was trying to get him his looks, trying to get him his shot. The Celtics had built a strong enough lead where I think he was just trying some new things out. And I think obviously Jaylen Brown, he put together one heck of a performance on the offensive end of the floor.
We didn't talk about the hands, but I did ask Jaylen.
Next time, Bobby, next time.
I don't think you would have liked that. I did ask Jaylen how he's felt about the first 10 games here, because even he, I think, didn't feel great about how this season has started for him. And he said it's an adjustment, the way that they're running offense under Mazzulla. I asked him to clarify, and this is what he said.
What's the biggest adjustment? You say adjustment with him?
It's been the emphasis, I think, for me has been more, off ball, setting screens, being a roller, playing more off ball. And sometimes you got to sometimes it feels better to just get in the rhythm. When the ball comes to you, and you can be the one making the play and be the one creating for others. It helps you get going. So just trying to find that balance, being aggressive and you continuing to find different ways to be, impactful in the game of basketball. I think Joe from day one has challenged all of us. And that's a challenge for me. So I'm continuing to learn the game and learn different ways to impact the game, and looking forward to the challenge.
So we've seen it, much more off-ball action from him.
Right.
I like it at times. The guard's able to set him up closer to the basket. He's not shooting great. Even in this game, I felt like he wasn't nailing threes like we've seen from him in the past. But his direct-to-the-basket activity at times can be great. Other times can lead him into trouble. But in this game, the ball movement was so good that they kept finding him in spots. And that's what he's getting used to, is the fact that he's not going to create as much. The ball is going to come to him. Right.
And it's more action, less thinking. I think that's the part that stood out to me. Quick moves to the rim, knowing exactly where you wanted to go, where it seemed like other times he would dribble himself into trouble. But not this time around. He just seemed more clear-cut as to what he was trying to do offensively. And I think that's when Jaylen's at his best, when he's attacking the rim, when he's seeking high percentage shots. Obviously, he'll have those open looks naturally because of how this offense is flowing and, best offense in the NBA right now. So those touches are going to be there for him. And I think that's something Jaylen's starting to understand. And I think now that Joe Mazzulla is really, getting it into his head that, like, look, we're going to find you in times where we need you to step up. But, being able to be productive offensively, whether it's finding guys on offense or just picking your spots when to attack at the right moment, is what's going to make him a better player. And he put it all together against the Pistons.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job getting each of them 20 shots each night.
Right.
They're getting 20, 30 points pretty much every night. I think this is the third time this year that Tatum and Brown both scored 30 points in a game, which is incredible. That only happened rarely in years past. So they'll continue to look to succeed against the Nuggets on Friday. We'll be here, CLNS Media.
Good matchup.
Celtics All Access. That is a good one. Stars on both sides, lots of scoring, lots of playmaking from those groups. And we're brought to you by Com. Com.com/garden.
On that note,
40% off a premium subscription when you watch us here every night on the Garden Report. We're brought to you by great sponsors like Calm. They're helping us relax. They're helping us get the sleep we need and the relaxation midday when we're stressed out. That's calm.com/garden, and athleticgreens.com/garden gets you 5 free travel packs of their vitamins, minerals, adaptogens. It's not each segment of that, it's all together in one powder.
We have the healthiest
throw into the water.
We really do, Bobby. Sorry, not to cut you
off.
off.
Look at us. Look at us. We're healthy guys.
Right, exactly. Like, we're the best examples of these two products, right?
Celtics winners over the Pistons, 128-112. Another great game here at the Garden. Celtics have been entertaining, and we'll continue to cover them here. CLNS Media and Celtics All Access on YouTube.